I like the way that the wild card, actually they have those two games now because I mean I'm sorry, those two spots now
Yeah.
because I'm sort of a little biased in my speaking because that's only because the Yankees had a shot this year
Yeah.
because they had two wild cards. I mean back then, when they only had one wild card and the Yankees were in the playoffs hands down, I probably wouldn't care
Yeah.
about a second wild card. But this year I did because they had, a shot
Yeah.
because of the second wild card. But I mean, a lot of people don't like it. A
2
lot.
years ago, it wasn't even existing. They only had one wild card.
No,
spot,
yeah, I know. But my point about the game last night is the fact that these Indians fans, they were ready.
Yeah.
You watched them; they were ready to go.
Cleveland is the longest city team
I know to not.
to not have a world
Yeah,
championship.
I know, and they were ready to go. They were ready to explode. And the team, I just liked the team. I liked Nick Swisher. I liked the fact that Jason Giambi, whoever thought he would still be around, was still on the team. I mean,
Still has pop in his back.
he looks, yeah, and he looks like some of their, like he could be their father. I mean, you see him?
Yeah,
He's
has
got a gray
yeah.
beard. And I like the team. I like their spunk, and then all of a sudden they get beat.
Yeah. Oh well.
Oh well,
Maybe next year.
maybe next year. And now we have, I think a similar team on the other side was the Pirates.
Yep.
Pirates were similar to the Indians, I think, because the fact is that these teams have momentum going for them.
Yeah.
These teams are like they're not considered number one, like a team like the Red Sox were this
They're
year.
middle of the pack teams.
Yeah. Like, yeah, exactly. Like the Red Sox were 97 win type team, and these teams weren't like that. But they have this momentum going for them. They have this story to them that they're gonna prove everybody wrong.
Yeah.
So I mean, it was a little disappointing to see the Indians out of it because I wanted to see their momentum keep going.
Yeah.
But now we have the Rays and the Red Sox.
That's gonna be interesting.
What do you think is gonna happen?
An AL East matchup, so they're familiar. They play about 26 games
Yeah,
a
mhm.
year, so
Yeah.
an added series, it will even bring more animosity to it
Exactly.
because they have history.
Exactly. What do you think is going to be? Do you think it's going to go Rays win because of the momentum they're carrying? Because I mean, look what happened.
Yeah.
They just beat a team in a one-game wild card to make it into the playoffs.
Yeah.
They're hyped. Do you think that's going to win out and the Rays are going to win, or do you think that the monstrosity that the Red Sox have been is going to continue and they're going to win?
Well, the playoff beard is in full effect in Boston.
Yeah, the playoff beard.
So I like
they
their
gonna be doing-
beards, and I actually like their game.
Yeah.
Ortiz is a veteran. Dustin, they've been
Yeah.
there before. And
Two things about the way the Red Sox play. Number one, they're successful on the level of production. Obviously, the talent they have,
Yep.
the numbers that these guys put up, like you said, Ortiz, Pedroia, Victorino, Napoli, it goes down the line. They all put up good numbers. But there's another type of talent I see with them, or I should say, another reason why they're successful, and that's because there's a guy on this team. His name is Daniel Nava. Now in college, this guy washed 30 uniforms for
Really?
for the college team because he didn't make the team.
Yeah.
And he wanted to be around it. Look where he is now.
he's on the Red Sox in the playoffs.
Yeah, and he's making money
He's making bank.
because he's pro. I mean, would you ever think of that? Now, what does that tell me? It tells me they got a bunch of talented players plus a bunch of grinders,
Yep.
hard workers.
Napoli's also a grinder.
Yeah,
New
and they
person on
want
the
it.
Team. Yep.
They want it. I have one worry. I mean, as a Red Sox fan, not me, but as I'm impersonating a Red Sox
Yeah.
fan, I have one worry. Do they stay the giant or do they become the sleeping giant? You know what I mean? Do they keep up their intensity and the near perfect game they played all season? Or because they came in the first seed and they've been resting a little bit,
Yeah.
we know what happens to first seed
They
sometimes.
sleep.
Yeah. You think they're going to fall asleep?
Oh, that's a good question because the Rays, they're knocking at the door.
Yeah, they're knocking at the door.
So
And they're ready to open. This is what's going to happen. The door's going to be open.
yep.
All right? And either one or two things are going to happen. The Red Sox are going to duck when the Rays throw a punch.
Yeah.
And they're going to keep up that winning mentality, or they're going to get hit right in the face because they're not ready for the
Yeah.
Rays. Even though they played better ball than them this season, they ain't ready.
Well, playoffs a whole nother animal.
It is a whole nother animal.
So the Rays have experience recently. They got far a couple of times, but Boston also has experience.
Oh, yeah.
So I have Boston winning the series.
Me too.
Yeah.
Because I think it's momentum versus I'm gonna call it momentum versus monstrosity. and that means the Rays bringing this momentum
Yeah.
up against a team that was kind of the monster of the American League this year.
Yeah.
Because they were. I mean, it's as simple as that. So how about we talk about on the other end of it, we got the Cardinals and the Pirates.
Ooh, that's tonight's game.
Yeah.
Yep.
And it's similar.
It is.
I mean, you would say it is, right?
St. Louis could also be considered the mecca of baseball.
Exactly.
So
I'd say that they're the Red Sox of the National League, and
yeah.
the Rays are the Pirates are the Rays of the National League. And I think that did you see the game that the Pirates played against the Reds?
On Monday night.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
one-game
that
wild
was-
card.
That was interesting.
It was a good game.
The Pirates fan came in full effect.
Did you see
Oh,
how
man.
they chanted Johnny Cueto
Wait
off the
till-
mound? They chanted him off the mound.
Wait till- the man dropped
Dropped the
ball.
baseball. He dropped the baseball. You know how rattled he was?
I never seen something.
Exactly. He got shaken up.
And that's
They
from
shook him up.
That's from a Pirates fan base not being over 521 years.
Yeah.
So to the Pirates coming out in full effect, nobody expected that. 'Cause
No.
Pirates usually have low attendance.
Yeah.
But since they're hot, more fans come to the game.
Exactly.
And they get into the team's rally and everything.
Yeah, and they're hungry.
Yeah.
They want it. That's what I saw with the Indians fans. They want it. And that's why I was surprised the Indians lost.
Yeah.
The Pirates though, their fans, they want it. They want it, and they showed that.
They see the drought.
Yeah, they you can't tell me that after going so long without really winning, that when teams like these get to the postseason or about to be in the postseason, you can't tell me that these fans don't come alive. I
Let me
mean,
give you an analogy.
like the first week when I was you were doing analogies the first
Let me
week.
give you an analogy.
All right, let's do it.
The Pirates are like when you go to a restaurant.
Yeah,
You would always order something, and then you see somebody else order. You see the waiter bringing the food. Ooh, that looks good. But you get something that's not good.
yeah,
Now the Pirates, they know what they want, and
yeah,
they want to get it.
yeah. That was good.
Yep.
How did you come up with that?
Mental prowess and all that.
That was good. That was a good analogy.
Thank you.
I don't think I could beat it.
No,
I don't
don't
think
try.
don't try.
Don't try.
Don't try. Not even an attempt.
No, but who do you have winning the series?
I'm going with the Pirates,
Really?
and this is why. When you stack them up, they're even in one respect. All right, well, they're not really even in the way I'm going to. I was about to say that Russell Martin, he did for the Pirates pitching staff what Yadier Molina did for the Cardinals pitching
Correct.
staff. These are two men that they are the reason why their pitching staffs were so good.
Yeah.
When you're a catcher in the major leagues and you're able to do that with a pitching staff, take control, be the reason why the pitchers have so many wins, that's impressive.
Yeah.
I saw that similarity between the reason why the Cardinals had a good pitching staff and the reason why the Pirates had a good pitching staff. It's because of the guy catching the pitchers.
Yeah.
Now, Russell Martin and Yadier Molina are different in another way because Molina is just Molina. He's
Yadier Molina.
Yeah, he's good. He can hit. He can do everything. He's more, I'll say more valuable than Russell Martin is.
Yeah.
But not to knock Russell Martin, did a phenomenal job this year with his offense. Had a pretty good offensive season.
Yeah.
He did, of course, well with the pitching staff. And he's one of the main reasons that the Pirates pitching staff finished up in the top 3, lowest in our opponent's batting average
Yep.
and ERA.
Wow.
Both of them finished in the top 3 lowest. ERA, the Pirates, and opponent's batting average. The Pirates were able to do that. Now, offensively, you look what the Cardinals did. The Cardinals were very resilient this year.
Yeah.
They had injuries. Carpenter.
Beltran was out.
Yeah, exactly. Carpenter was out. Who stepped up as the ace? Wainwright.
Yeah.
Our own Iona Gale, Jason Mott
Yep.
was out. Who stepped up as the closer? Mojita.
Yep.
Became an all-star. They had that, and then like you said, they had Beltran was out for a while. And the thing is that the pop was provided by guys that maybe weren't expected for it.
Yeah.
Matt Adams was a 23rd round pick. He played like he was a second round pick.
That's the first baseman, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the other guy, what was his name?
Alan Craig.
Alan Craig. A 300 batting average,
Yeah.
100 RBIs. These guys did their job. They were the meat of the offense. They did it. So that was one big thing. The Cardinals, very resilient, and that's why they won so many games. And with the Pirates, I look at them as really playing a fueled season.
Yeah.
Momentum, everything into it. They got McCutcheon chanting MVP.
He can win it.
Yeah.
He has a high
Do you like
possibility.
him?
I like him as a player. He's solid defensively.
Do you think he's cocky?
No.
No.
He had a segment on E60. He goes back to his town in Florida.
Yeah.
You have to watch the segment. It's pretty good.
It's really good.
But
So he's not cocky.
nah, not at all.
Yeah. And you look at him, you look at Alvarez right in the middle of things.
Alvarez from the Bronx, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's from Riverdale. He had
Yeah.
36 home runs leading the NL.
I know. So I mean, you can't really, I'd say hands down give this series to anybody. But if it was me, my pick is the Pirates, because I think that both teams can get it done against each other. They, pitching and offense to me is there's not too far of a deficit to say one is way better than the other. So it's going to come down to momentum, and I think the momentum the Pirates have, the hunger that the fans have, the team. That's why I'm giving it to them.
What you said, agreed.
You agree?
Agreed. Excellent.
Really?
Excellent.
Excellent. So
next division. Next.
all right.
Next.
So I gave a good analysis on that one.
Excellent.
Can I be a Peter Gammons?
No,
No.
you're Anthony Carlo.
No, but
Big difference.
I'm saying, yeah, but Peter Gammons is excellent.
Yeah.
So what am I excellent about in my own realm? Like
You
as
gotta
good
earn
as
your
I can
stripes.
be?
You gotta earn your
All
stripes.
right, so I got some work to do.
Yep.
But I'm excellent right now. For
Oh,
me,
yeah,
for
yeah.
me. All right.
You're the A.
So what do you want to move? What do you want to talk about next? What game?
Let's stay in the NL.
All right, it's fine. Stay in the NL. So we're gonna go to the Braves and the Dodgers.
Yep. Clayton Kershaw, 1.83 ERA, leading the majors.
Nobody's beating Clayton Kershaw.
No.
Nobody's beating him or Greinke.
That's the NL MVP.
Yeah,
Not MVP, Cy Young.
Sorry, nobody's beating either one of them.
Yep.
It's a 1-2 punch that nobody's taken down.
No.
That's one of the main reasons that team, in my opinion, is going to be in the World Series.
Really?
Yeah.
You got him going.
Yeah. The Braves I see, first of all, they're underrated.
Yeah,
People
they are.
aren't giving them any respect. So I feel bad in that respect because they should be given more credit. This team made it to the postseason. Why people are giving them disrespect? I mean, you have any ideas?
They won the Nationals. The preseason hype.
Yeah, okay.
The spring training was the
Preseason hype.
National to take the division.
I've also heard that people don't think the obvious thing, people don't think they play in a tough division.
No.
You haven't heard that?
I understand where you're coming from. The Phillies.
I'm not saying. I've heard people
Oh.
tell me that. That's what I'm saying.
I can agree with the people that told you.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, the Mets, not good. The
Well-
Phillies, under par.
No, yeah, I know. I mean, it's yeah, it can be looked
It's still
at that
winning a
way.
division.
You see, yeah, exactly. I hate speculating. Oh, they didn't play tough teams. Oh, they didn't do that, this, that. Forget it.
It's on the
They're
schedule.
in the playoffs.
Yeah.
Exactly. They're in the playoffs. They played the games they were supposed to play, and they won them.
Yep.
They're in the playoffs. Leave them alone. But the one thing is the problem here is they're stacked up against the Dodgers. And
Yep.
to me, Yasiel Puig,
Puig Mania.
yeah,
That was the hype of July.
exactly. Yasiel Puig, international star, energy beyond belief.
Puig Mania.
But international stars energy has taken over the Dodgers.
In the summertime, they went on a 43-8. That's unheard
Yeah.
of.
Okay. Yeah.
Before that, Don Mattingly called out the team.
Yeah.
They were underperforming.
Yeah. They had a very bad
Hanley
month.
Ramirez
Yeah.
wasn't in the lineup, so when he got back, he also generated runs and everything.
Yeah. Now, when you couple the pitching staff they have with that 1-2 punch, with a star-studded offense, remember they came with that big trade against the Red Sox.
Yep.
Got back. They got Adrian Gonzalez, Carl Crawford. Hanley Ramirez did a great job. Of course, Puig. So I think they have a star-studded, pretty stacked offense.
Yep.
Now remember one key. There's one key to this. I wouldn't say it's a huge key, but it's something to keep in mind. I'm sorry. I have to make a Rocky reference.
Let me hear it.
One more time.
Let me hear it.
One more time.
I never watched
I'm
the
sorry.
movies. Let me hear it.
I'm sorry. You won't even know what I'm talking about. You haven't seen one.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm being enlightened.
Okay. All right. Rocky 5. Everybody hates the movie because they know how good Rocky 1 was.
Okay.
They don't like it. They think it's the worst in the series. One thing that was said in that movie was Mickey was Rocky's trainer,
Yep.
and he told Rocky something that Rocky was looking to pass on to Tommy Gunn, who he was training. And that was, the fire that you have can make you hot,
Mm-hmm.
okay? But you got to control it. You got to control it. If you don't control it, it'll burn you up.
Yep.
So I can relate this to Yasiel Puig, because as much as everybody loves his intensity, a few weeks ago, what did Don Mattingly do? Sat him down.
Yep.
He sat him down. Because why? He was playing reckless.
Well, he is a bonehead when he's on it. The first time he got lucky, and then he would overthrow the cutoff man sometimes, and it would pay off, but it's the playoffs now.
He runs wild.
Yep.
And this could go either two ways for me. His intensity, he controls it into something great and has a postseason that everybody's going to remember. Dodgers maybe win the World Series. Or, like you said, he lets that intensity make him make bonehead plays.
Yeah.
And he's a laughing stock. And it changes everything.
I don't think that's going to happen in the Dodgers case.
You think he's going to be good?
I think they'll control him because other players on the team want to win as well.
That's true. I mean, it does that for the team though. You don't want that type of controversy when the games matter. You know what I mean?
It's not the regular season. All that glitz and glamour in the regular season, it's nice, but at the end of the day, you're in the postseason and you only have one goal, and that's to win the World Series.
Exactly. So who are you picking?
On that series? Or
On the series.
Give me Los Angeles Dodgers.
Okay, so we're agreeing so far.
Yeah.
We both say Dodgers. Okay. So now I want to know what you think about the Tigers and the A's.
That's an interesting series.
You think anything about that?
I think the Tigers are struggling at the moment. They didn't come in as hot as other teams, say Pittsburgh. They never had the momentum. The division was easy to take. And Miguel Cabrera, he's been injured. He has a hip.
Yeah.
He has a hip problem.
Yep.
And the bats of the Detroit Tigers are not doing well. On the last game of the season, they got no-hitted by the Marlins.
Yep.
The Florida Marlins.
Florida
Miami.
Marlins. Yeah, Miami
Marlins.
Yeah.
So they're in trouble, and that's why they got to find their bats. But Oakland, they're an okay team. They're Moneyball.
Moneyball, yeah. Exactly. They've kept that philosophy. You know why? Because guys like Josh Donaldson were their big guys. Put it on paper. Miguel Cabrera, Prince Fielder,
Max Scherzer.
These now, guys like Miguel Cabrera and Prince Fielder, they stuck to the philosophy that the Tigers were going to trade away prospects to bring in
Win now.
these big guys.
Win now.
Yeah, exactly. Win now, Yankee attitude, which is changing because they're cutting their payroll.
Yep.
Never heard of. I never heard of that, but it's happening. But anyway, guys like Andrew Miller and Cameron Maben, they gave them up, and they went to this philosophy of, let's bring in the big names, the big payroll, and what's it done for them? Well, they're winning. They had a successful season.
Yes.
Problem for me is this: Tigers, A's, last two postseasons, Tigers knocked out the A's.
Yeah.
Third time a charm? I don't know. My opinion is there's one thing that could happen. It could. Tigers go into it thinking they got it in the bag. They go easy. They fall asleep on themselves. A's win.
Rug. Yep.
That's what I feel like could happen.
I think it could happen too because since the Tigers knocked them out, the other players, they're bitter.
Yeah.
And
yeah, exactly. They want it.
They want it.
One thing that they have said is that they feel a world's better bit of confidence this year.
Yeah.
They feel so much more confident because they faced the Tigers best and they've hit the Tigers best during the regular season, and they're ready. They're ready to unleash. Tigers, they got to keep up the intensity. They can't fall asleep thinking they got it in the bag just because they won the past two postseasons. Can't happen that way. But I think a key, like you said, Miguel Cabrera needs to stay healthy.
Yeah.
Because if he's healthy, nobody could get the guy out.
He has over 300 average. Second in home runs, first RBI.
Yeah, he's a Triple Crown candidate every single year.
Yeah.
And nobody can get him out. So it's plain and simple. Cabrera stays healthy. What happens? Tigers become that much more difficult to beat. And we forgot to mention Matt Kemp got hurt for the Dodgers.
Oh, yeah,
that was a big blow.
He's out for the postseason.
That was a big blow. But with On this end of it, the A's have a similar situation too. They got to keep Yoenis Cespedes healthy because he's injured, and those are two. I mean,
They're big names for
they're big names.
for a small team.
Yeah.
But Cespedes, he didn't do well after the home run derby. He only ended up having
Well,
26.
yeah. Well, that's the home run derby jinx because people who participate in that.
Bobby Abreu, where are you?
Exactly,
Where
Bobby
are
Abreu. Where are you? Bobby Abreu is a perfect example. He tore it up in the home run derby, and then after that, they claim it hurts their swing.
Yeah.
Claims are. I don't think it's false. I don't know how true it is, but I don't think it's false.
It's BP, so I don't understand it.
Well, yeah, but you know what it is? The approach they take to hitting the ball, even though it's BP, it's like BP, they're taking a different approach. They're trying to hit the ball out of the stadium.
Yeah.
Now, we all know what happens when you try to do that in a game. You miss.
Overzealous.
Yeah, you miss. Your mechanics get thrown off. What you're supposed to do is hit the ball right back up the middle on a line drive. That's the technique. What they're trying to do is, they're trying to hit the ball out, changes their swing, a whole bunch of things go into it.
It was nice to him winning, but in the long run,
I think he's really good.
I like him.
I think he's good.
He's a third-year player, something like that.
Yeah, he's. But I mean, he's young, and he's. I think he's got. I see a little similarity between him and Puig.
Yeah.
Like that. Puig's a little more energized though.
Yeah.
Cespedes is more reserved, but the talent levels are.
They're there. Yeah, they're compatible.
Yeah. So another thing about the A's is I wanted to say, the fact that the bullpen for the A's, in my opinion, is better, and pitching wins games.
Yeah.
So that's why I think that it's going to be. I'm going with the A's.
Really?
I think it's going to be in their favor. You going with the Tigers?
Detroit.
All right. So we disagreed. For what is this? The first time we disagreed?
Yeah.
I'm going with the A's because number one, put it on paper. Who had 3 more wins? The A's. Why? I know that means nothing to some people.
Yeah.
Why? It's because there's more to this team than we're actually seeing. There's more substance to them. They know how to win. Just because I'm not seeing the big contract names like Miguel Cabrera, Prince Fielder, don't mean squat. Because they know how to win. Bullpen wins games, and they had a better bullpen this year. And the A's they're gonna want it. Tigers might fall asleep, whatever. They win.
Will I be
A's
surprised that the A's win the series? No. But I am going with Detroit.
Okay, that's more respectable.
Yeah.
I can understand that. Yeah, that's more. I agree with you there.
Yeah.
I mean, that I can understand that. So that means that who do you have in the championship series for AL/NL?
So AL.
You're gonna be going.
Boston, Detroit.
Okay.
Give me Boston.
Okay.
They're in the World Series.
Okay. I would have Boston A's, and I say give me Boston.
Okay. So we agreed on
Because
the AL.
yeah, because I believe that nothing can stop. Bear with me. This is considering they don't become the sleeping giant. If
Yeah.
they stay how they were all year, nothing can stop 97 win team.
That nice pitching, started pitching's good.
Arguably the best in the league.
Yep.
The major leagues. Arguably the best in the major leagues. Okay, go ahead.
So
And then
Boston
you have
for the
Boston, Detroit, ALCS, NLCS.
NLCS. Pittsburgh versus LA.
Pittsburgh, LA. I have Pittsburgh, LA as
Okay.
well.
Yep.
So let's see if we agree or disagree. Who's going to the World Series?
But who's going first with their pick? You or me?
Well, I just asked you, so I assume you.
Let's run with LA.
LA.
Let's run.
Okay.
Let's go.
What did you study me before this show? 'Cause
Negative. This is the first time me seeing you all week.
I haven't been answering your texts.
Yeah. Oh well.
I mean, that is because my phone broke.
Oops. Oh well.
It broke.
Yeah.
You know what happened to it?
What?
It fell on the ground and it shattered, and the screen went black. Now I went to Best Buy and I told these people, I said, first of all, my phone broke a while ago.
Yeah.
Went to Best Buy. Thank God I got insurance. Got a new phone, replacement phone. 2 days later, getting in my car, get in, phone slides out of the pocket,
Oops.
cracks again.
Crack,
Twice.
crack.
Twice. So what happened recently? The same phone that was my replacement phone from the first one that broke, I dropped it again, and now the whole screen went black.
Oh.
So I went to Best Buy. I told them I have a calendar in here that has just about my life on it, and if I can't see it, I don't know where I'm supposed to be now.
Yeah.
So what happens? They can't do anything. They got to get me a new phone.
Well.
So that's why I haven't texted you back.
Oh well, but we're agreeing.
We're agreeing though.
Do you have a phone case?
I don't. No. What, is that a problem? You have a
That's
phone
one
case?
of the problems. Well, I don't have one either, but my phone's a 2-year-old's phone, and
All right.
yeah, there's
Well,
difference.
This is the thing. This is the gripe I have. No phone should break the first time you drop it.
The first time?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that should not happen.
Yeah.
That's what happened. Can you blame me? I'm human. People drop phones. The company who made it, they're the ones who should make the phone stronger.
Yeah, but
That's why I was able to. Anyway, I asked you this because I said, "Were you studying me before the show?" Because some reason we're agreeing. We're agreeing.
Yep.
So you say Dodgers.
Yep.
I say Dodgers too. Why? Well, I went with the stats, the facts all along. For this one, I mean, one of the only things we can look at is the fact that the Dodgers were 4-2
Yeah.
against the Pirates this year. And that, other than that, I think that it's just too tough of a pitching staff to beat with the Dodgers.
I'm going with the Dodgers bat as well, having more arsenal than the Pittsburgh.
You think so?
Yeah.
You think so?
Yeah.
You think that they can put up more numbers?
Yeah, it's a different team than LA playing Atlanta, but Atlanta doesn't have a good roster either, batting wise, and Pittsburgh's roster is not that good, hitting wise. So
well, I feel that kind of like it's not blown out of the water that the Dodgers have a better offense. I think that it's not that big of a gap, but I do agree that I think the Dodgers are going to be able to do more damage offensively. What I want to see, did we go over ALCS yet?
Boston, both of
We
us.
said Boston.
Yep.
So this brings us to something interesting. This brings us to the Dodgers and the Red Sox in the World Series.
Yep.
And this brings us to the ironic fact that both of these teams made a blockbuster trade with each other before the season, and the Red Sox gave up Beckett, Gonzalez, Crawford, all to the Dodgers, and there was a fourth one that I'm not comprehending at the moment, and the Dodgers gave up
bunch of
prospects. So the thing is now is who prevails.
Two big market cities, Boston, LA, market wise. So hopefully it'll be more ratings for MLB's sake. But baseball wise, who will win the World Series?
I think that it makes it very interesting, the fact that Carl Crawford said he hated playing in Boston.
Oh,
and now
he's gonna get it bad.
And now Carl Crawford is a Dodger, and I think that it's going to put some fire under everybody.
Yeah.
To play well.
He wants to prove him wrong.
Exactly. Now, remember what I said before that the Red Sox pitching staff is arguably the best in baseball?
Correct, but they're going up against a two-headed monster.
Yeah. This is the argument. Arguably means there may be one argument. This is the argument. The Dodgers pitching staff, in my opinion, has the edge. Not a big edge, but a little edge. And a little edge may be enough to win it all.
It can go a long way.
Okay. Jansen and his 1.36 ERA is going to power that Dodger team to World Series. The bullpen for the Dodgers is better. And, hey, the offense is, once again, to me, it's evenly matched.
No.
No?
I think Boston has more pop in their bats.
I don't know. Why would you say that?
I think so.
Well,
They have Napoli, Ortiz. Oh, wait. Do they? Napoli, Ortiz.
Pedroia,
But I think they have more clutch hitters.
Saltalamacchia.
They have more clutch hitters. They
You
have
think they have more clutch
Shane
hitters?
Victorino in the playoffs. He won the World Series. He has that edge.
He got the experience.
Yep.
Shane Victorino, he's hurt with his left hamstring.
Yep.
He bats righty. Now, that's interesting because number one, obviously, it shows you the type of players they are. They're willing to do anything to win.
Yeah.
Number two, when you take it to the numbers, he can no longer be a threat from either side of the plate. So, they can now bring in a lefty to face Victorino because he can switch to the left side.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm
You're
sorry.
right.
I just said that wrong.
Oh.
They can bring in what they can do now. See, I'm a righty hitter.
Yeah.
I hit righty.
Mm-hmm.
So the tail of the tape is that righty hitters should be able to see the ball better coming out of the hand of a left-hander.
Okay.
I never found that true. I always found that I hit righties better.
Mm-hmm.
I guess it's preference.
Yeah.
But generally, that's how people feel. You ask a baseball hitting coach or, an analyst, anybody who knows baseball, and they'll tell you that a righty should be able to see the ball better out of a left-hander's
Glove.
throwing arm.
Yep.
Yeah. So, what does that mean for Victorino? It means that if they have a righty in the game, he can't switch to lefty because he's hurt, so he has to stay righty. And, it might seem like a small difference now, but just watch and see what big situation could come up involving that. So yeah, I go with the Red Sox. I mean,
the Dodgers.
Dodgers. I go with the Dodgers, and the entire Dodger staff has had since July an ERA of 2.45.
That's
And an
ridiculous.
opponent batting average of 227. That is the best in the major leagues. So you can't get better than the best.
Yeah.
So no matter how good the Red Sox pitching staff has been, nothing beats what is the best. Okay? Simple as that. That's why. And pitching wins games.
Yeah.
Pitching wins games. Pitching, if it pitching can shut down a good offense.
Can shut down the best roster.
Yeah. And then that's all she wrote.
So you're going with the Dodgers.
I'm going with the Dodgers to be World Series champions. I was very nice and very fair to the Red Sox.
Yeah.
I was fair. Unbiased, even though I'm a Yankee fan, gave them as good of an analysis as I could have without any biases, and it brought them all the way to the World Series. But they lose, in my opinion.
Well, your opinion is invalid. I have Boston. I have Boston winning.
I hope that this happens, that both of these teams come to the World Series.
Yep.
And I hope the Dodgers win, because then I'm going to laugh at you.
Yeah. Oh, okay. All right. Even if our predictions are wrong, if we're watching good baseball, that's my philosophy. I'm a Knicks fan, so if I'm not watching a Knicks game, I say I just want to see good basketball.
Yeah. Okay,
so in this situation of the playoffs in general,
we don't care.
I just want to see good baseball.
Exactly. That's right. You're right. That's a very intelligent thing to say.
Thank you.
Because right now doesn't matter for us Yankee fans. Well, I know you're about to say you Yankee fan.
You Yankee fan.
But you're my partner, so I'm going to have to refer to you as a Yankee fan.
All right.
Okay, so
I'll put on the hat.
Us Yankee fans, don't really particularly care, like you told me about Rocky.
Yep.
You don't particularly care about the movie, which was hurtful.
Sorry.
But, we don't particularly care, I guess, who wins,
Yep.
because we're a fan of a specific team. But what we do want to see is a good game.
Yeah.
And that's why I was excited for the Indians to make the playoffs, but that's not happening.
Nope.
So, I guess that's all we have to say on that.
Yeah.
So, I want to ask you, did you see the Giants game this weekend?
The G-Men?
Wait, let's change this. Let's change this right now.
Let me hear it.
Should they really be called the G-Men?
Well, history-wise.
History-wise, but I think at this point they should be called the. I have no idea what I'm about to say.
Okay.
I was trying to think of a good nickname off the top of my head to insert in the G position
Yep.
to characterize why they're so bad, but I couldn't think of it. So I tried to be slick, but it backfired on me because I have no idea now what to call them. But what I was trying to do is call them bad,
Yeah.
but a play on words.
Yep.
So do you have an idea? Something to replace G that would signify how bad they are.
Why not replace the men or the G-men with multiple problems that are not playing up to par?
That went on for about 32 minutes.
Yep.
That nickname went on a good half hour. So it's got to be catchy. So no. I say, let's see, what can we think of? G-men.
The G-men.
G-men. How about the Eli can't complete a pass because the offensive line holds nobody and the team makes so many penalties? Men. How about that?
Let's go. I like that one. Because
That's
he's
good.
not. That's absolutely right.
One more time. The Eli can't complete a pass because the offensive line can't hold anybody and the penalties they committed to many men.
Was that one breath?
Yeah, I think
Good
so.
job. Good
You
job.
try it. You try it.
The G-men. That's not playing well. Oh, wait. That's too many breaths.
Okay, so what happened this weekend?
They got manhandled by the 3-0 Chiefs.
Yeah. Now, this is what I noticed. They played a good game the first half.
Yeah.
They played neck and neck. What happened between the first half and the second half?
There's two different ball games.
They're a team that, and I can't stand this. They're playing afraid. They're playing afraid. They're afraid. I don't care who wants to argue with me. They're afraid.
Yeah.
I don't know why. Is it because they started the season 0-3? Now every time they take the field, they feel pressured to win.
Mhm.
But they are playing afraid. They're playing cautious. They're playing bad football. You know, every week it's a different problem. Interceptions,
Offensive
sacks,
line. Yep.
offensive line. I
Secondary.
could spit on the offensive line because if I was Eli Manning, I would go up to each and every single one of them and punch them right in the face.
Yeah.
Because they're putting this man in danger. But
Yeah.
I don't think that was. I think the biggest problem last week for them was no longer the interceptions or the line and the sacks, but now it was the penalties.
Yeah.
I can't even remember how many penalties that this team had.
That's just lack of mental IQ in
Yeah.
that situation.
What did you just say? Lack of mental like me?
IQ.
Oh, I thought you said lack of mental like you.
why would I
So
say that to
I thought I was
Holmes?
like, what?
Oh.
You just calling me dumb?
Nah, not at all.
Okay, so the problem that we have encountered is a team that is going from bad to worse.
Yes.
Now, playing as a football team, you can't be afraid to lose. You can play cautiously.
Yeah.
Now the Giants, they're playing cautiously.
They're playing like somebody's over their shoulder for every play.
Exactly. Now, I want to ask you one thing.
Yep.
I want to ask you, do you think the Giants are dead?
In the water.
Well, it's not calling that. That was from, let's not say that. Because you know why? You know why I don't want to say that?
Why?
Because my friend here, John Stanko, used that on his radio show.
Okay.
That was the name of his radio show.
Yep.
Are the Giants dead? So, what I would like to say is, do the Giants have a chance?
No.
Why?
This week they're playing the Eagles, and I have the Eagles beating them. Even
Well,
though the Eagles,
I don't care if they were playing the Browns.
yeah.
I don't care. I'd still probably have whatever team they're up against. I probably have the opponent winning.
Yeah.
Because you know why? Because, like I said, it goes back to too many mistakes to begin with.
Yeah.
But then when you carry that on week in and week out, what you're doing is you're creating a team that, I know I'm repeating myself, but
Yeah.
that's playing too cautious, playing afraid. So, I mean, solution? Is there one?
Next year, the draft? I don't know.
No. I'm talking about this year.
No. Because if the Giants try to put pieces together, it's like when you break something out of your mind, you break a vase, and then you try to glue it back together. So it's like if they do try to mount not a comeback, because I don't see them coming back, they start rallying off wins. They'll get wins, but as overall, the season will be lost.
How do you even put up with the fact, as Tom Coughlin, how do you put up the fact with the Giants defense giving up 38 points a game?
That's terrible.
How do you put up with that fact?
You can't. If the name of the game is score more than the other team.
Yeah.
But when you're giving up points like that, you're gonna lose.
Exactly. There's no way in this world that you as a team is going to. But that's not even the point. We know you can't win that way. But the point is it's not acceptable.
Yeah.
It's not the way this team is supposed to go down. It's not right. Eli Manning, he knows situations where he's lost. He knows how to lose.
Yeah.
You know what? That's true, right?
Yeah, losing.
Because as good of a player he is, as big of a winner he is, he's been in the position, like every other great athlete, of losing.
Yeah.
So he knows how to lose. What he knew in the past was how to assemble a team to turn around and win. What's happening now? They're going down and down and down, and nobody is leading this team back up.
Yep.
And for that, they put themselves in a questionable spot of people don't even think it's possible for them to make the playoffs now.
No, I don't think so, in my opinion.
See? Exactly. Now, the fans on the opposite team, the Chiefs fans, they were jumping all over the Giants.
Yeah.
You see, these are different things that they want to test. Fans want to jump on athletes when they're down,
Yep.
or teams when they're down. In the beginning of the game, Eli couldn't even communicate with his team when he was calling audibles and he was
Yep.
calling plays because the Chiefs were all over him.
Yep.
The Chiefs fans were all over him.
Arrowhead Stadium. Yep.
Similar to Johnny Cueto.
Yep.
They made the guy drop the ball.
Yeah.
They made the guy drop the baseball. Now, the fans play more into it than I actually thought. Because, of course the fans, that's all good and well. We know that they're a huge part of the games, but this past week, I think I've noticed how passionate and how effective and how much of an impact a home team's fans can have
Yeah.
on the visitor. Just between watching the Giants game and watching the Reds and the Pirates play.
Yep. It's a factor.
It was very, very interesting to watch, to say the least.
Yep.
But more problems with the Giants that game were the fact that they couldn't stop the run on Jamal Charles.
Yeah.
Jamal Charles.
Did you see Dexter McCuster's punt return?
No, I didn't. Oh, did he run it almost all the way back?
He took it back to
Oh,
the
he
house.
took it back.
Yep.
Yeah. You see, that's inexcusable. You can't keep doing one bad thing against the next.
Yeah.
After the next, because I mean, there's no way that anything is going to go right that way. And you know what I keep saying? I keep seeing the fact that Eli Manning is game in and game out getting beaten by hybrid quarterbacks, like
Yeah.
you talked about last week.
Yep.
I haven't noticed that as much because Eli, I seem to think the Giants' schedule this year has placed Manning up against teams in which he's facing a quarterback that can do more than him.
Yeah.
I love Eli. I think he's a great quarterback, but it's kind of getting magnified, the fact that he can't run the ball because the team is losing, because the Giants are losing.
Mhm.
I'm noticing it more, that Alex Smith, Cam Newton, all these guys that he goes up against
Yeah.
are doing more. Can you explain for us what the hybrid quarterback means again?
The hybrid quarterback is the quarterback position is all about passing.
Yeah.
But since it's a hybrid, there has to be something different, and that difference is running. If a quarterback can run, it makes the defense worry about it 10 times more.
Exactly.
Yep.
And it's good knowledge for all the kids out there watching the
Yep.
show, because it could let them know that some knowledge. That's the sports definition of the week.
What?
Hybrid quarterback.
Hybrid quarterback?
Yeah. So each week we do a sports definition.
All right, I got it.
For this week, Ben Zeno explained for us what a hybrid quarterback means.
Dun, 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 dun.
For next week, we will be talking about a different definition.
Tune in.
Tune in. But there was no Kiwanuka. I think is the only guy putting any type of pass rush on Alex Smith.
Other people are getting denied.
Yeah, in that game, and it's so interesting to me how the offensive line can't block anybody and the defensive line can't rush anybody.
Mm-hmm.
So what is the point of stepping on the field? Pay me money and I'll do a better job.
Yeah.
Pay me money and I will do a better job. It's as simple as that.
Yep.
So we talked about the cautiousness. We talked about how a good example of that was how it was third down,
Mhm.
third and long, and Giants ran the ball.
Yeah.
Now, I know that that's textbook football because now, if I recall correctly, I don't think it was more I don't think it was third and long, actually. I think it might have been
Like
third
37.
and 7,
Yeah.
third and 8, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And Eli Manning, well, the Giants in general, ran the ball.
Mm-hmm.
That's what woke me up to the fact that I think this team is playing too cautious.
Yeah.
Because they should have thrown the football. They should have threw the football.
They're not being aggressive.
They're not being aggressive. And another thing is the fact that this team is getting beat on repetitive things.
Yeah.
Okay? Now, the Bills beat them in overtime a couple of weeks ago on a pass pattern, a route that the team after, the Panthers, Cam Newton and the Panthers, used the same exact play to beat them again.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously not in the same context. It wasn't game deciding,
Yeah.
but they used the same play. That says, a lot. We talked about this, how you can't win when you're not fixing the things you're doing wrong.
Yeah.
But once again, you see in the game that happened this past weekend, you see Ross gets beat by keeping his eyes on the QB
Ross is doing
instead
that.
of the
Yep.
receiver. Same thing against Carolina.
Yeah.
Same thing. Why are you doing this?
No.
It's ridiculous.
That's coaching.
It's
yeah.
Tom Coughlin can pout all he wants, but that is ridiculous. No way you can let the same thing happen,
Over
play
and over.
in and play out. There's no way.
Yep.
How do you win?
You don't.
Exactly.
Let's talk about the
I'm
Thursday
speechless.
game. It's all right.
I'm
Let's talk about
speechless.
the Thursday game. You're speechless? Let me talk.
I want you to analyze for me what's going to happen in tonight's game.
Tonight, we have the Buffalo Bills of Buffalo, New York, playing the Cleveland Browns of Cleveland, Ohio.
Cleveland Browns.
The Dog Pound. They're playing at the dog. That's what they call it, the Dog Pound.
Yeah, I know.
They're both 2-2, but I have the Browns winning at home. When they traded Trent Richardson.
Man. I don't know about that.
Nah.
I don't know about that.
Nah.
Are you confident with that?
Yes. They were 0-2. Now they're 2-2.
I don't know about that.
It's
All right, keep going.
I
Go
have
ahead.
the Browns because Brandon Hoyer is the new quarterback. Brandon Whedon got injured. Hoyer was a backup to Tom Brady last 2 years, even though he didn't play because it's Tom Brady. But still, he's under Brady. So Brandon Hoyer got in because Whedon got injured. Brandon Hoyer's snap time is 2.6, best in the NFL since. Whedon 4.6, last in the NFL. So
you're going by the cold hard facts.
and also they have spunk in them. When they traded Trent Richardson, they said, "Oh, they're flanking on the season. The season's over. But Jordan Cameron, 5 TDs. The Browns have 7 passing TDs all year. Jordan Cameron has 5. So
All right.
he's a problem.
You know what? That's why you can make an argument. You know why?
Why?
Because when you make an argument, you need to support it with facts. And you supported it with facts. So with that said, I have more respect for your choice.
Thank you. And they're
I have
also
a little
third in
bit more
defense.
respect for your choice. Initially, I was like, I don't know. But I have a little bit more respect for your choice. So give us your picks for this week.
Patriots.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Oh.
Benzino,
Yep.
he going with his picks for Week 5.
Week 5
Let's
in the
go.
NFL. Patriots over the Bengals. Tom Brady's 7 TDs, 2 interceptions. Patriots also 4-0. Bengals are struggling a little bit. Andy Dalton's not having a subpar year. He's 5-4, TDs and interceptions. But their defense doing okay. Devontae, I don't even know his last name. It looks like Buffet, but it's not. But the man is leading the league in tackles with 42. So
Right.
Tom Brady has to make sure where he is. But the Bengals also have
You know
a
what
nice
Tom
defensive
Brady's
line.
too busy doing?
What?
He's too busy watching his sister shine Kevin Youkilis's bald head.
Really? Really?
I'm kidding around. That head is too shiny.
Yeah.
Somebody must shine it.
Yeah.
I think it's Brady's sister.
Oh well. It's a
Brady's
Boston
sister's married to Youkilis. You knew
really?
that, right?
No.
No wonder you didn't get it.
No.
Yeah, Brady's sister's married to Youkilis.
Wow.
Yeah, and I tell that joke a lot. I don't think it's really funny. Not the joke of him being.
Oh.
No, I'm talking about the joke of him of her shining his head.
Yeah.
But no, Tom Brady's sister is married to Kevin Youkilis.
Did not know that.
And I've heard that she particularly isn't, let's say, the female version of Tom Brady.
Oh, so
So I've never really seen her. Well, I think I have, but I can't bring her image to my mind right now. But I've heard she doesn't really exemplify what somebody might think Brady's sister would look like. But anyway, go ahead.
well, I seen Brady's
Continue
wife.
on.
That's another story. Okay, the Lions battle of the division teams. Lions over the Packers. The Lions never won in Green Bay since 1991, but this Sunday the Lions will win in Lambeau Field.
Oh man, you like to go two different ways. You like to present the cold hard facts for your support.
Yep.
And then sometimes you come up with an analysis that is based off of your you ever see the show you see the show with Brian Kenny and Harold Reynolds? It's a baseball show.
Yeah,
One goes by the books and the numbers, the other one goes
by gut.
by gut.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what I feel like you do all in one. So therefore, my friend Benzino is a hybrid broadcaster.
Way to use the word. Way to use
Just
the
give
word.
it up.
Yep.
Give it up to me. That was
Bravo.
amazing.
Bravo.
That was amazing. Come on. I'm not conceited. I don't like to gloat.
Nope.
But that was amazing.
Yep.
What I just said there. Hybrid broadcaster.
Thank you.
Hybrid sports broadcaster. He does it all.
Thank you.
Continue.
And I dance.
And he dances. And he dances. Continue.
I have the Seahawks going 5-0, beating the Colts.
Okay.
I have the Dolphins beating the Ravens. Last week, the Ravens played the Bills. Flacco threw 5 interceptions. That's the Super Bowl winning quarterback.
Yeah.
Throwing 5 interceptions in
Yeah.
one game.
Yep.
Something must be up.
Yeah.
So even though the Dolphins did lose to the Saints on Monday night, and Ryan Tannehill did get hit a lot, I still have the Dolphins at home.
You got the Cowboys game?
Yes, I do have the Cowboys game. I have the Broncos winning.
Oh, come on.
Yep.
Are you going to tell me that you're really going to tell me that the Cowboys defense is going to let that happen?
Yes. Peyton Manning is P money.
All right.
He's P money.
Okay. One problem. I have one problem with this.
Let me hear it.
I don't care who Peyton Manning is. Well, actually, I do care. He's
Okay.
very good.
Yeah.
He's a legend.
Yeah.
You know, one of the best to ever play the game.
Yeah.
But I have respect for the Cowboys defense.
They're good.
And I think that's going to the Cowboys because of the defense.
You say you're going with the fact that defense wins games?
Yeah. Same how pitching wins games in baseball.
Yep.
Pitching and defense wins games, and I'm going with the same philosophy in football. Simple as that.
Well, I respect your opinion, but
Finally.
Peyton Manning has 16 touchdowns, 0 interceptions. So let's see if your Cowboys defense live up.
Okay,
And pick
we'll
off
see
Peyton
what
Manning.
happens.
Yep.
You know what? Honestly, I don't care. You know what I care about?
What?
Not being disgraced as a Giants fan anymore, but that's another story that I'm not going to get back on.
Yep.
Or I should say same story. All right, go ahead, continue.
The Saints over the Bears. I have the Rams over Jacksonville. Psh,
Okay.
Jacksonville. That's funny. Cardinals over the Panthers. Chargers over the Raiders. That Raider game.
Yes.
You know how set times are really 105, 415, 435,
Yes.
805,
Yes.
1135.
Yes.
First time that ever happened. 11:35
Yes.
p.m.
Yes. No, I know. Yeah, I know.
That's crazy.
It was funny.
They're doing that
That's
because
funny.
they're doing it because the Oakland game. It takes 24 hours to redo
Yeah.
the stadium.
Well, you got to respect that.
Yeah.
I mean, come on. It's the eight.
Yeah, it's playoffs.
It's playoffs. It's the A's.
Yeah, but that's crazy. 11:35 at night to play a football game.
I think it's kind of cool.
It is cool.
It's cool. I
would-
mean, imagine
would go.
imagine going to that game.
Oh.
You know, like midnight mass on Christmas Eve.
Yeah.
It's like that. Midnight football.
Yeah.
Midnight football.
Well, yeah.
It's pretty crazy.
That's cool.
It's pretty fun.
I like that.
It's pretty cool.
I have the 49ers over the Texans and the Falcons, Jets, and that's the Monday night game, and I'm taking the Falcons.
Okay. So those are Ben's picks. Those are Ben's picks for the week. Now I want to preview what we will be talking about next week, and that is going to consist of it's going to consist of a few things. I think we had fun today,
We did.
but we're going to be of course monitoring the playoffs.
Yes.
And another topic we're going to be getting to next week is the state of the New York Yankees
Okay.
after the season, and will Joe Girardi stay in New York?
Okay.
The fact of what will this team look like after the possibility of losing A-Rod for next year, the possibility of Jeter being limited because of his injuries. Is it finally going to be the year he moves away from shortstop? We're going to look at the Cano contract.
Yep.
We're going to look at the way that the Yankees are changing their philosophy
The rebuilding process.
to cutting their payroll. We're going to take an in-depth look at the Yankees. We'll do some more football. We'll monitor the playoffs. We'll have some fun. So, for the B, Benzino in the A-B Sports Conversation.
Yep.
I am the A, Anthony Carlo. Thanks for joining us. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you next week.
I need my shout-outs.
Oh, wait. Shout-outs.
That's a weekly thing.
Shout-outs. Go ahead. Let's do it.
I have my boy Chris Ulaslis with that make chicken at. I got Chris Kraft. I got my boy Yuli. I got Carlos. I got Nick. I got my guy Max in Texas.
Texas?
Yep.
Whoa, yeah.
We have
Thanks for
viewers.
tuning in, man. Texas, that's impressive.
Yep. Thank you.
We're going worldwide.
Yep.
We're going nationwide,
Nationwide.
then worldwide.
Yep.
Nationwide, then worldwide.
AB Conversation. Thank you for tuning in.
We'll see you next week.
Yep.